Hey, good afternoon. It's Friday, March 6th, and happy Friday to some of you. Wait, to all of you. It's Friday for all of us. It's afternoon though, so to some of you it's probably evening, or it could even be morning. Yeah. So I am coming on here as my daily accountability and gratitude post that I normally do, normally in the morning, and asking you, how are you doing today? Have you taken control of your day, of your emotions, of your of how you value life? Uh, Hopefully you have. I like to come on here and talk about getting up in the morning, starting your day with intention, and acknowledging what you're grateful for on a very granular and purposeful level, so that you can have an arsenal of tools to call upon when things get a little rough. And sometimes they get a little bit more rough than others. And, it's easy for us to dwell on negativity, especially, with all the things going on in the world and all the worries and how people are frantically worrying about things that, even though they're valid, they don't need to be focused on to the intensity that they have been. So we have to make sure and not focus on the negative too much, because it gets worse. You get what you think about. There's going to be a solution to everything, and we're only responsible for our own reactions and thoughts to things, right? So if we get up with intention and we do the whole gratitude acknowledgement, and then list out all the things that you want to do today, it will set you up for success. Ultimately, the best success is happiness, and it starts with that. We can decide to be happy. And so, that being said, I like to come on here in the morning while I'm fresh, and before all of the thoughts get into the mind and potentially affect what I'm going to say. And I like to be a little bit different every day. But what's interesting is we can't control what other people think. We can only hope to inspire other people by our own example and say things that resonate. And to some people, you can say whatever you want and they're still not going to get it. They're going to say things like, if you have something to say, just say it. Well, I'm saying it's really important that we maintain a positive mindset and we be kind to others. And most importantly, that we realize that we are all the same. It's funny because I get upset about a reaction that somebody has to me, and my husband, he says, oh, they're just assholes. It's like, we all are, really. We really all are. And if you don't think you are, I think you're sadly mistaken. And I don't mean that, I don't mean specifically being an asshole. I just mean that we're all the same. We all have the same vulnerability. We all have the same feelings, ego. We all have the same right to be here and to live a happy, fulfilled, successful life that we choose. We are the only ones responsible for the life that we have. Okay, let me phrase that in a different way. I am the only one responsible for the life that I deserve and that I am. And I get that from, this is probably backwards back there. It's from my coaching program. Hi, Krista. And basically it's common sense. If you take what all of the positive thinking mindset gurus say, and it's not just what they say, try it. It's true. And I always post a Wayne Dyer quote, mostly because I have this little Wayne Dyer daily affirmations calendar. But some days that doesn't quite resonate, so I'll use something from Law of Attraction or whatever. But I think it's important to have someone or something or some system, some group of positive thinkers to fall back on. That's why I post this to the Mel Robbins 5-second rule group. Plus, I'm also broadcasting on 2 different phones. One of them is to my own Facebook page. But I come on here live because some people might say that, oh, it's fake. We can see right through your fake smile. It's like, oh, thank you. That was really kind of you. And I say that sarcastically because, yeah, it kind of stings, especially when it's somebody in your family that doesn't really, you know, that doesn't really support it. They don't really like the change. And that's the other thing that I always say on here. When you try to make positive changes, you've got that amygdala, the brain, the reptilian part of you, and also, too, your upbringing, your family, the people that know you in a certain way. They don't even mean to. They don't mean to. They don't know the impact that they have on you. Because that's really in your own head. It seriously is. And so you have to keep that in mind. You have to love them where they're at, because even though they say things like that and it might feel hurtful, it's just you, or actually in this case it's me, that is feeling that. So if I come on here and sound like I'm rambling, that's the way you're perceiving it. But if you are relating, and I see people responding on both the different phones, so I'm assuming that somebody, hi Sherry, hi Lucy, and hey Gerald, and who's on this one? That one's a little bit smaller. I can't really see it. It's Judy. Hi Judy, and thank you for the support. So I just come on here because it actually uplifts me, and from what I've heard, it uplifts other people, because we are not alone, and at the same time, we are not unique in the regard of that I said earlier. As far as being, being kind or being an asshole. Sorry for the, for the language, but it is true. So, life's hard, and then you die. And unfortunately, some of us have had to deal with deaths in the family, and eventually we are going to. But we're here to live, and we're here to live our best life and to be the most positive that we can. And social media might be a newer thing to some people. They don't really understand the power of going live or live videos. And they say, pick up the phone. Well, we're not in an age of that anymore. The phone is no longer something that's convenient. You no longer run to get it when it rings, like when I was a kid. Nowadays, we've got voicemail, and we've got texting, and it's convenient. We live in a world of convenience now. It's fast-paced. It's just the way it is, so why not embrace it? That's all that I'm trying to do. So being your best self and being happy and being content and living your life, that's what it's all about, right? So anyway, that being said, I hope that there was something that I said today. I had no idea what I was going to say, but I like to get insight from other people. I really appreciate you for watching and listening and commenting more than you know. And if there's anything that I have said that's helped you, awesome, because you certainly helped me by being here and listening. So thank you very much, and hope you have an awesome Friday evening and an amazing weekend. Wash your hands a lot, and and don't get caught up in all the BS that you see on the news. Or if you do, if that's something you like, have respect for other people who don't. I don't really like to hear all the negative banter. I like to look at everything and know that whoever it is that's saying it, we're the same. And if you can find that sort of understanding and be cool with that, then awesome. I will too. All right, so take care. Have an amazing Friday evening, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.